So we are going to talk about judiciary. Now in the previous class, few of us asked me, ma'am, if someone breaks the law or why there is a gap of time or time delay in giving the punishment to the one who has committed the crime, correct? To answer that, here comes our new lesson, that is judiciary. I think Aryan asked me. That time I told Aryan that in the next lecture we are going to learn about the same. Yes, in the previous lecture we learn about, we have made laws. In the parliament laws are made and it is applicable to everyone. That is also we learn under the heading rule of law. All laws are equal for all the citizens. Am I right? So now if that law is broken, if anyone suffered because of that, if there is a victim, so how that person who has committed the crime should get punished, or how that victim should get the benefit from the court system. So that all comes under this lesson, that is judiciary. त्याला आपण मराठीत न्याय व्यवस्था म्हणतो. न्याय, आता आपल्याला न्याय मिळवून द्यायचा आहे. ज्याच्या बाबतीत मिसहॅप घडलाय त्याला न्याय मिळवून द्यायचा आहे आणि ज्यांनी हा घडवून आणलाय त्याला आपल्याला शिक्षा करायची. करेक्ट? So how that exact process works out, that we are going to cover in this lesson. And judiciary, as you all know, it is the third organ of our government. We have talked about the first two, that is, first is legislature, where the laws are made, executives, where laws are implemented, and judiciary, now where laws are broken. Now to come over that, we will learn about it. Okay. A glance at the newspaper provides you a glimpse of the range of work done by the courts in this country. But can you think of why we need these courts? As you have read in Unit 2, in India we have the rule of law. This we have learned what is rule of law means. Correct? Law is equal for all the citizens. That is our rule of law. What this means is that laws apply equally to all persons and that a certain set of fixed procedures need to be followed when a law is violated. Okay? When it is broken, violated means broken. If the law is broken, simple example, you might have come across many people who do not follow the traffic signals. Correct? Nowadays, because of CCTV cameras and all online tracing, now you get a direct notice from the police that you have broken the traffic signal. You will be fined for that. Correct? So this is what, if you are breaking any law or if you are violating any law, how the punishment will be given. That is all about in this lesson. To enforce this rule of law, we have a judicial system that consists of the mechanism of courts that a citizen can approach when a law is violated. So what is it? Once you see that anyone has violated the law, you cannot punish him directly as an individual. Correct? There is a process. That process you have to follow, and under that process he or she will be punished. As an organ of the government, the judiciary plays a crucial role in the functioning of India's democracy. It can play this role only because it is independent. This line is very important. Judiciary is independent. Okay? You have to remember throughout this lesson. What does this mean? I will explain you what it means. It is independent means what? You will come to know in this lesson. But this line, always keep it in mind, is very, very, very important. Okay. What does an independent judiciary means? Is there any connection between the court in your area and the Supreme Court in New Delhi? Is in this chapter we will find answers to these questions. तुम्ही आता बऱ्याच मूवीमध्ये एखादा कोर्टचा सीन असतो, तुम्ही पाहिलेलं असेल. तिथे कसं डिबेट होतं, कसं एकमेकांना क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग केलं जातं, कसा एखादा आरोपी तिथे पिंजऱ्यात उभा असतो आणि त्याच्या साक्ष द्यायला किती लोक येतात. यू माइट हॅव सीन इन मेनी मूवीज द सीन ऑफ कोर्ट. ओके. पण हे आपण सगळं एका पिक्चर मध्ये बघतो. बट दिस ऑल डज एक्झिस्ट. दिस इज देअर. दिस सिस्टम इज देअर इन अवर कंट्री. So this is the picture of Supreme Court. Okay. Now, what is the role of the judiciary? Courts take decisions on a very large number of issues. They can decide that no teacher can beat a student, or about the sharing of river waters between states, or they can punish people for particular crimes. Broadly speaking, the work that the judiciary does can be divided into following. So this is the role of judiciary in our country. These are not only the cases, there are number of cases, number of disputes, huh, on that how the judiciary works. So what is the first role of judiciary? Dispute resolution. डिस्प्यूट रिझोल्युशन म्हणजे तुमचं एखाद्या गोष्टीवर मतभेद आहेत, तुमच्या दोघांचं एकमेकांचे मतं पटत नाहीयेत, तर त्याच्यावर कोर्ट आपल्याला कसं डिसिजन देणार आहे? सो दॅट इज डिस्प्यूट रिझोल्युशन. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ work that comes under the judiciary system. Okay. The judicial system provides a mechanism for resolving disputes between citizens and the government, between two states, and between the center and the state government. Means between the citizens, if I say a simple example, it is about something owning a land. There can be disputes, correct, between the citizens, who is selling that and who is buying that. There can be a dispute. Then between citizens and the government, we can fight for the this thing, facilities provided by the government to us. Then there will be a dispute between citizens and government. Then between two states, means like borders, who will control that border, where is the border exactly located, that all can be the dispute between the states, and between the center and the state governments. So the first role of judiciary system is dispute resolution. Next, judicial reviews. Reviews means whatever the rule of law is written in the constitution, if needed, that can be changed. So that is judicial review, or that can be completely taken down. That is also the power of judicial system in our country. That is why they are saying it is independent. Okay. As the final interpreter of the constitution, the judiciary also has the power to strike down particular laws passed by the parliament if it believes that these are a violation of basic structure of the constitution. This is also called judicial review. Means if it is not favoring our constitution, so this law can be taken down or can be changed or strike down. So this is under the heading judicial review. So first we learn about dispute resolution, then second is judicial review. Now third one, upholding the law and enforcing fundamental rights. This is the third most important work what judiciary does in our country. Every citizen of India can approach the Supreme Court or the High Court if they believe that their fundamental rights have been violated. Means if I want to protest against something, and if police is not allowing me to raise my voice, to present my protest, then I can go in court, because here the fundamental right of freedom of speech is violated, isn't it? In that case, I can voice out. I can go to the court. For example, in the class 7 book, you read about Hakim Sheikh, an agricultural laborer who fell down from a running train and injured himself, and whose condition got worse because several hospitals refused to admit him. On hearing his case, the Supreme Court ruled that Article 21, which provides every citizen the fundamental right to life, also includes the right to health. So this Article 51 means, in short, if I want to say, it is a number 21 law in the Constitution. This number 21, what does it allow? It allows the fundamental right to life. Means if he could be admitted in time to the public hospital, so he could have not spent lot of money on that, and his life could not be in danger. So that is our fundamental right. We can ask for our life and health. So that changed in Article 21. It therefore directed the West Bengal government to pay him compensation for the loss suffered as well as to come up with a blueprint of primary health care with particular reference to treatment of patients during an emergency. Huh? So this was the verdict passed by the Supreme Court in favor of Hakim Sheikh. He was given compensation. Compensation means the money. Whatever loss or the money he has to spend on his treatment that government provided him. So that is compensation. So that can be also decided by the Supreme Court. ही एकच केस आहे का म्हणून प्रत्येक केस मध्ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट डिसिजन देणार आहे का? नाही. This sets one example. Hakim Sheikh is one example, is the representative. So based on this case or based on his problem, there could be a law passed on through the judiciary system that they want to say. असं प्रत्येकाच्या केसवर तिथे फाईट करणार आहेत का? तर नाही. तर एक सरसकट लॉ बनवणार आहेत. तर तो लॉ तुम्ही व्हायोलेट केला, then you will be punished. It is like that. So that is why they are saying a blueprint for primary health. Blueprint म्हणजे त्याच्या गाईडलाईन्स सगळ्या. प्रायमरी हेल्थच्या अंडर काय काय येतं आणि त्यांना ती फॅसिलिटीज मिळाली का? That is also all under a blueprint of for primary health. Now,
Ma'am?
yes.
Students were asking that can you explain dispute resolution again?
Dispute resolution means it is मराठीत त्याला सांगायचं असेल तर डिफरन्स ऑफ इंग्लिश मध्ये डिफरन्स ऑफ ओपिनियन. Okay, how that could be solved. Now, as they have given us the example dispute between the citizens. So what could be the example for dispute between the citizens? It might be a land sharing. Now you might have heard about many cases of parking fights. In most of the societies, there is a fight between the residents on parking. You might have come across such. So this is the dispute between the citizens. The parking was allotted to everyone, but they are not parking it properly, their vehicles. Or someone else is coming there and parking their vehicle in that allotted parking. Correct? So that could be the dispute between the citizens. Then between citizens and government. Now I can raise my voice against clean water supply. That is my fundamental right. If I am not getting clean water supply, there will be a dispute between me and a citizen, me and a government. I am a citizen. I can raise a voice against the government. Correct? So this is dispute resolution. Judicial review. The law can be struck down if it find against the constitution. So that is judicial review. Upholding the law and enforcing fundamental rights means according to whatever fundamental rights are given to you, the court is always there to support you and to get those fundamental rights. You can avail those. In that case, court will also help us out. Now, with the help of your teacher, fill in the blank spaces in the table below. Now, type of dispute is given and you have to write the example. Dispute between center and the state. Can anyone give me a example for this? Dispute between center. Center means a central government which is throughout the country and the state. That is, if I take an example of Maharashtra, and center means whole government of India. So what could be the dispute between center and the state? Providing new railways, correct? Starting new routes. That could be the one dispute between center and state. Now, we just had gone through the Nisarg typhoon, correct? The hurricane, what it was, yeah. So we lost so many things in that. But we are now looking forward for the center to help us, to give the compensation to the people who suffered because of that. So state is asking for funds. State is asking more money for central government to provide. But if the central government refuse to pay, then that could be the dispute between the state and the center. Okay? Dispute between two states. Now you know very well about the dispute between Karnataka and Maharashtra, or Karnataka, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, where there is a dispute of river water sharing. Correct? So that is the dispute between two states, dispute between two citizens. I have just given you the example of parking slots. Correct? Then laws that are in violation of the constitution. So now if I am not allowed to protest, protest, then in that I can go to the court and fight for my fundamental right. Okay. So these are the examples you can talk about over here. Hmm? Now, based on this, there is a PPT in simple words. I will be sharing you with those PPTs. Okay. Okay. We have read this. What is the role of the judiciary? So it is dispute resolution. Then next is judicial review. Third is upholding the law and enforcing fundamental rights. Now this we have learned the content from the textbook. Now I'm moving on to the slides. Role of the judiciary. We have people who will represent our opinion in the government. Those are our elected representatives, correct? Let us assume they have made rules that seem just and fair. What next? Someone breaks the law. There are three aspects to this breaking of rule. Aspects means different views. Laying out the law. A set of rules that apply to everyone in the country means this law was imposed. Enforcement. Policemen should be around when rules are broken. Heavy fines may discourage breaking the law. Registering complaints. There should be a system using which a person who is affected by the broken law can complain against the person who broke the law. As I told you about the traffic signals and all, or you can write down about the parking slot areas also. To understand the judiciary system, its functioning, understand the following broad interconnected concepts. Independence from the other government branches, that is what I told you, which is very important, that is legislative and executive. So judiciary is a complete independent system. They are not dependent on legislatures and executives. They can work on their own. A structural hierarchy through which the courts can function. Lower courts, high courts, and the Supreme Court. Now we will learn about this one by one. Hierarchy means what? How it is system, how it is level on different things, means which is higher, which is lower court, which is Supreme Court, the highest authority. So that we are going to learn about. The vertical hierarchy broken down into horizontal branches of the legal system, that is civil and criminal. Now about these two sentences you will come to know when you will see a diagram. Okay. Access to the legal system make access easier and cheaper. Time taken to process cases, reason for long delays, that we have seen in lawmaking also, how long it takes to make a law. Correct. Similarly, this also, to get a verdict in that your case, it takes also a long time, because a court has to listen to the both the parties, means the victim and who has done that. They have to listen to both the parties and then pass on the correct judgment. So that is a time-taking process. Now next, what is an independent judiciary? For that we have to read again from textbook, page number 56 to page number 57. I will be sharing you the textbook now. Okay, we have read this. Okay, what is an independent judiciary? Imagine a situation where a powerful politician has encroached on land belonging to your family. Within this judicial system, the politician has the power to appoint and dismiss a judge from his office. When you take this case to court, the judge is clearly partial to the politician. Partial means what? He will give the verdict in favor of the politician. Because in our country, it is a bad side of our politics that politicians are more important than the judiciary system. So under the means what you can say, the pressure from politician, sometimes judge has to be partial. Okay, they have to pass the verdict in favor of politician, though he has done a wrong thing. The control that the politician holds over the judge does not allow for the judge to take an independent decision. Actually, what I highlighted in the beginning, that judiciary is a complete independent system. It is, means on document it is, but in reality it doesn't follow always. This lack of independence could force the judge to make all judgments in favor of the politician. Although we often hear of rich and powerful people in India trying to influence the judicial process, the Indian constitution protests against this kind of situation by providing for the independence of the judiciary. One aspect of this independence is the separation of powers. This, as you read in chapter 1, is a key feature of the constitution. What this means here is that other branches of government, the legislature and the executive, cannot interfere in the work of judiciary. That is what the meaning of independence means. This line is important. They do not interfere. The courts are not under the government and do not act on their behalf. See, this is also very important. You can write down. Judiciary is an independent system. How will you support the answer? By writing these two different points. Okay. For the above separation to work well, it is also crucial that all judges in the high courts as well as the Supreme Court are appointed with very little interference from these other branches of government. Means their appointment of judges is through the proper process. It is not because of the influence of political leaders or the under the influence of government. It is mere the on his talent. Once appointed to this office, it is also very difficult to remove a judge. Why it is difficult to remove a judge? You can type an answer in chat box. Why it is difficult to remove a judge? Because he works under the system which is independent. No interference of executives and legislature is there. So by this, he can't be removed very easily. Okay, next. It is the independence of the judiciary that allows the courts to play a central role in ensuring that there is no misuse of power by the legislatures and the executive. It also plays a crucial role in protecting the fundamental rights of citizens because anyone can approach the courts if they believe that their rights have been violated. As we talk about the Hakim Sheikh case, why there is a need for him to approach the court and get the correct judgment in his case. So this is all what first we have learned the role of the judiciary. Then we learn about what is an independent judiciary. So based on this, we will have a look on the PPTs. Okay, we have done this part. What is an independent judiciary? We read the content. The concept of independence from the executive and legislative branches of the government is one of the most basic principles of a democratic government. So do remember this. It is the same wording, whatever is being used in the textbook. Okay. This is to avoid collusion. Now, why judiciary is an independent system? Why it is made so? So the first reason for that, to avoid collusion between officers of the various branches influencing decisions of the other. So they are kept separate so that there could be no interference of other two organs. There could not be influence of other two organs. Then one branch of the government exerting pressure on another. So a pressure exerted, the judiciary functioned. They wouldn't allow complaints about bad quality of roads. Okay. Next, if the legislative branch could interfere with the judiciary branch, a politician in power would not let a case to be filed against their party members, or they could tell the judge to decide on a verdict in their favor. So this way that can be avoided. Okay, now next, based on the content what we read, you have to answer these questions. So what is judicial review? Huh? So as I told you, review means what? That can be strike down that law if it is not referring the constitution. Okay. The parliament has the power to make laws. We have learned in previous chapter, correct? The law was made in parliament. But the judiciary has to check whether they are in line up with the basic structure of the constitution. Okay, that bill is passed through the process, through Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, everything. But now again judiciary is keeping check on it by checking whether it is following the basic structure of the constitution. Huh? If the judiciary thinks a law passed by the parliament is going against the constitution, it can strike it down. So have you understood the meaning what is judicial review means? तुम्हाला ह्याच्यासाठी पहिल्यांदा लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे की आपण जे लॉ मेकिंग शिकलो, लॉ इज मेड, इट इज पास इन पार्लिमेंट. Now on that law also judiciary can rethink and can strike down if it is not on the basis of fundamental rights according to the constitution provided to the citizens.
If you like our videos, do share them and subscribe to our channel. If you want awesome quizzes, write to us. Keep watching and keep learning with Walnut.